So I'm here with Rob Schoner, the newest hunting beast here.
Yep. New is a good word for it.
Yeah. So, Rob, you really wanted to. You've always been a hunter and a fisherman and outdoorsman, but you really wanted to embrace the beast lifestyle. And you're good friends with me and Mario, and we kind of took Rob under our wing. We want to see him become a beast. You know, now last fall, you took your first bull buck.
Yep. First bull buck.
Mario took you out to,
first
a spot,
beast style hunt.
Yep, where we knew where one was bedding, and that was cool. And now you moved into turkeys. And was this your first turkey?
This was my first turkey. I chased them a little bit in my early 20s when I had time, and was completely unsuccessful. Kind of dropped off of it for a while until we started. You guys took me under and started talking to me about hunting, and decided to give it another try this spring.
Right away, I could, I gotta watch how I say this because I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. But right away, I could see see a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
And our videos are more about learning.
Yep.
So I'm gonna point them out if that's
Absolutely.
okay.
I'm a coach too, so I always embrace constructive criticism and learning because we can always grow. So I'm happy to hear what you have to say from your perspective, so I can continue to grow, because I have another permit in a couple weeks. There's video of a day or two when I went out by myself, and then that may not even be shown because I didn't even trying to videotape through shoot through mesh and stuff, and nothing came out.
Okay guys, what we got here is I was calling from the other direction where I saw turkeys on the opposite ridge line. And now I actually happen to look behind me and see some more here. So they're about 150 yards away right now. We're going to try to get them to stroll in here.
One thing I noticed is that in that first hunt you were just talking about, those birds were coming in.
Yeah.
And you were calling to them?
Yep.
When they started coming in, you kept calling. Always stop.
Yep.
Let them keep coming, because they will locate you, figure out where you're at, and get nervous and, and end up not committing.
Yep.
But if you tease them, get them coming, get them worked up,
Yep.
and then just shut up when they're coming. The closer they get, the more they're going to start to figure out it's a trap if you keep calling.
Okay.
Get them coming, and then just lay off, and just wait till they're there. And they will just kind of make their way in slow and stuff. I mean, if they stop and start to leave, then call.
Yeah.
Get their attention when they go to leave.
Yep.
But if they're staying there and they're coming, don't call to a coming bird.
Yeah.
Rule number one.
Yeah, and actually, I subtly was told that by Mario too when we finally got in the blind together, and he basically was like, "Shut up, stop calling," because I was getting like, "We got to keep calling," and I was all anxious and excited, and I had no idea what was enough, what was not enough, and so that's definitely good first lesson.
A lot of times those big old birds.
Yeah.
We have a hell of a time hunting them out here in this area. I don't know about where you're at, because you're more on private land.
We were on a private farm.
But out here, when we get onto those giant birds that are 3-4 years old, calling them in is almost impossible. They hold up a ways out. They're real leery.
Right.
They've been there, done that. There's a lot of hunting pressure here.
Yeah.
So really, a lot of cases we kill those birds, but not even calling at all. Just circling around in front of them, or figuring out their pattern and setting up on it.
Cutting them off and stuff.
So the calling can be bad.
Okay.
Especially over calling. I mean, it can be good too. I mean, you just randomly call and then things I answer come running right in sometimes.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you should probably listen to some tapes. I mean, search YouTube or something, and find some video of turkey calling by experts.
Yep.
There's a certain rise and fall of the tone of the calling.
Right.
That the hen does when she's calling gobblers.
Yep.
And if you replicate that, it works much better than just
kind of hitting the
call.
slate.
Yeah. You think you sound one way too, and then when you listen to the videos, and I know this from experience, you listen to the videos and you're like, oh, I sound horrible, and then I'm editing that out because I want nobody to hear me calling like that. And I do edit a lot of the calling out because when you stuck in a blind there with those calls, and those calls really echo
Yeah.
into the
Yep.
mics, you know. So
Well,
I know that you know your best critic is to watch those videos
Yep.
after you've done it.
Filming, I think, is a whole new dimension too. I mean, you've been doing it for years, but you know, just even incorporating that additional, you're trying to do all this other stuff right with the hunt, and learning how to film, especially if you're by yourself, is a whole nother learning curve too that I'm trying to pick up on as well right now.
That's a good point, because hunting is hard enough to learn in the beginning.
Yep.
And when to kill, when to get your gun ready and stuff.
Yep.
And you know, like when you're getting ready to hunt and that turkey's coming in, also I hear you in the blind in the
Yep.
background,
Yep.
messing around with equipment or like
Yep.
getting your gun ready or
Yep.
something. I'm like, man, the call should be down, the gun should be up.
Yep.
And that's something you got to learn.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're trying to learn how to film it.
Yep.
At the same time, you're learning how to get this
Yeah.
job done. I mean, it is.
And you'll hear it, yeah,
stressful.
like you said, you'll hear it right on the film. I mean, realize I was a little bit out of position, and you know, it's one thing when you're shooting. I do a lot of shooting, as you know, but it's one thing when you're shooting off a bench or doing, you know, all that stuff. But you got your call, you're in your pocket, and all this other stuff, and kind of figuring out what to get situated when. And like you said about calling, now I know I can set my call down when we see them coming in, because we can get a little bit more ready to go, because I don't have to keep hammering that call while they're coming in. So
Once they're committed, they're going
Yep.
to come. So that first bird you had coming in, that looked like it almost got within range.
It was. I didn't think on that first hunt. I mean, it was a lot of nerves, right? So it's like I couldn't quite see. Is this a tom? Is it a jake? Is it big enough? You know, whatever. Like you said, I'm screwing around with the camera. I'm trying to poke my gun out the window to shoot, and I end up just saying, you know what? It's the first day, and I'll have more days to hunt, and just kind of let them go by, and sit out the rest of that day, and then came back the next day with Mario.
Alright, we're getting the decoys set up. We got one going on across the hill to our west. Give me those stakes. Just heard another gobble. Straight up that way over the other side of the hill. So getting the head placed out in front. Decoy. And the tom just behind it. This is our blind. There's a tom. Got one over the top of that hill. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's 2 minutes. Yeah, let's get it.
This is what happens when you forget your chair. You get set up with a lowrider chair on the ground.
Oh yeah. Beast hunting. Nice and cozy in the blind.
It's alright, we'll make this work. I'm sure Dan's off, sitting in the swamp.
We got our decoys right out in front of us. We got a heavy swamp behind us on a tree line. We're overlooking this field. We got fields to our west and to our north. We're kind of sitting in a little pinch point.
We'd hit the call a little bit. We were getting good responses right up until the sun was fully up, and then everything kind of quieted down for probably a good hour or so, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to pop my head up. And, you know, we had all the windows of the blind closed except the one we were shooting out of in front of the decoys. So I stood up and I pulled down the flap of the window, and maybe about 100 yards down the tree line I spot some birds. Can't really see them that well, didn't want to make too much noise, although I'm sure I still did. And Mario hit the call real soft and real quick and got their attention. And I started trying to get ready. By the time I was kind of situated, about 30 seconds later, I mean, they really were making a beeline right to in front of our decoys. So they came in. The angle we were sitting at, I was on the left looking out at Mario's, so we're kind of orientated like we are right now, but because of the angle of the blind, Mario could see them a lot sooner than I could, so he was like they're right in front of the blind. I had to wait a little bit because they were kind of crossing in front of each other, and if I would have shot, it might have ended up with more than just one bird. So that was kind of, I guess it felt like a lifetime to me, you know, waiting for a clear shot and everything like that.
Yeah, watching the video, I was thinking, man, you know, when is he going to shoot?
Yeah. So from my angle, just with the way the birds were, and so Mario's kind of filming at an angle like this, and I'm shooting straight out, so our angles are a little bit different. But I guess I really just wanted to make sure I had a clean shot on one bird, and finally he turned and went the opposite direction. I was able to get a shot. It was really special for me. It was you know, it was another first shared with Mario, which was cool, and you know, that I still get those nerves and excitement when that moment comes, and I think that's a big thing about, you know, hunting, is it's like you can't replicate that feeling, you know, and that's something I really love about it.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing I saw in your video is you were going to shoot it again a second time, and turkeys, when you shoot them in the head, they're dead. But their nerves will fly and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't need to fill them with lead.
You know,
just run out there and grab it.
I shoot enough pheasants and stuff like that throughout the year that you know, it's like I should know that, but I guess I just was like, I think, is he gonna hop back up and run? What is this? This is my first turkey, but I guess a bird's a bird. So
Well,
yeah.
You know, we've all had that with the deer, where you shoot a big buck and you think he's done, and you set your bow down, and all of a sudden he jumps up and takes off, and you're like, I could have got another shot.
Another arrow went on him.
Yeah. And
yeah, I remember you and Joe both talking to me about that in the fall, especially because I had spine shot that buck from last fall, and you know, I wasn't even thinking about him. Mario was like, you gotta get another arrow in him right now, you know, and stuff. And so I kind of had that mindset in my head when I was, you know, when we were turkey hunting too, like, do I need to get him again and stuff. And so it was kind of just another lesson for me to learn and to continue to grow.
Yeah. Well, congrats on your first turkey.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it was.
It was cool to watch. And now this next hunt, are you gonna try and step it up to Tom, or?
I am.
How many rats you got now? 4?
4, yeah.
Holy crap! You gonna go get another one?
Yeah.
Looks like you earned yourself a 12-pack of soda, eh?
Just one. There's 4 here. You should get 4.
4 12-packs?
You said for every rat.
Alright, we'll take care of you.
Pepsi.
Go kill some more.
Alright.
We got half a rat left. We got half a rat left, and he's smoking. Look at he's smoking.
Make some light.
Look, he's smoking.
Where's the other half?
I don't know. It blew into space. We got half a smoking rat. Dad wanted to give it a shot because Jamie is the rat slayer, and he's been hogging all the rats. Dad wanted to give it a shot with the 357 Magnum. Only trouble is we don't have much left to eat. But we do have smoking rat. Half a rat. We can't find the head.
Go put it on the pile.
All right.
Always willing to learn, and thank you for your insight, you know, as I continue to grow as a hunter too, and more so a beast hunter, and as I continue to learn from you and everyone in the community.